Hi there, everyone. It's Eric here with weather for Weather Geeks, the Monday evening edition. It's the 11th day of June, 2018. Hope you had a good weekend. Hope you had a good Monday. Our weather this week overall pretty benign, but we do have some interesting things to talk about, so we'll get to all of that. I thought it'd be a good time to do a little check-in on where we stand so far in June, 11 days into the month. It's been kind of ho-hum temperature-wise, in stark contrast to the last few months where we've seen a lot of extremes. Really chilly weather compared to average in March and especially in April, and then really warm weather in May. It was the warmest May on record. We only had 3 cooler than average days during the entire month of May. Well, look at the nice balance we've had so far in June. We've had 5 cooler than average days and 6 warmer than average days, and no extremes really. 82 has been the high water mark. That was last Friday. Now we're going to do a lot better than that in a handful of days. I'll show you the extended details in just a second. But yeah, through the first 11 days of the month, nothing too remarkable temperature-wise, and a pretty nice balanced-looking calendar here. Now, precipitation-wise, you know, it's that time of the year, your mileage can really vary, and I'm going to show you exactly what I mean by that. Yesterday at the airport, officially a little more than 3/4 of an inch worth of rain. We've had 2 pretty wet Sundays in a row at the Youngstown Warren Airport, so with amounts around 3/4 of an inch both Sundays. But that's just one location. That's where the official observations are taken, but that's only one spot in our viewing area. There was a lot more rain this weekend, especially yesterday, in some parts of our region, especially down around Route 30, where some Doppler radar estimates were pretty impressive here. 2, 3, even 4 inches worth of rain. Fairly common. Salineville, Summitville, Hanoverton, over towards Alliance. I was coming across 62 from Canton to Alliance, heading back into the area last evening, and those downpours were absolutely torrential. I mean, it was almost pull over and wait it out kind of weather. It was really, really pouring. So I had firsthand experience in some of these tropical Florida-like downpours that we had yesterday afternoon. We had nothing like that today, but the clouds were awfully stubborn today. I really thought that some of this clearing would work in before the afternoon was through, and that was the case in some spots, in the far north especially, but it took until the evening, really, the early evening, before we saw much in the way of appreciable clearing across the television viewing area. And it's turned out to be a beautiful evening. It's very comfortable. We have some sun, and the dew points aren't bad. Now, notice the big difference in the dew points from Youngstown up to Buffalo and Rochester. This drier air has been trying to come in here today. It's been running into a brick wall a little bit, but it's been trying. I think our dew points are going to drop a handful of degrees tonight, not down to 41, but they'll drop into the 50s, and that will allow temperatures to drop into the mid-50s. So again, overall, a very pleasant night. Last time I did weather for Weather Geeks late last week, I showed you a very impressive hurricane in the eastern Pacific. That was Aletta. Well, Aletta's long gone. It's been replaced by another very rapidly intensifying hurricane. Look how impressive this looks on the satellite presentation this evening. This is Hurricane Bud. This is Mexico, of course, over here. And Bud is a strong Category 3 storm. Pressure down to 955. Where is Bud going? Well, Aletta was going west. Bud's going to take more of a northerly track, taking it into the Baja of California, right in through here by midweek. It'll be much weakened by then. You know, this water down here is a lot warmer than the water up here, and there'll be some wind shear that gets involved as well. So Bud will become a much weaker storm. All right, back here at home. Clouds will increase tomorrow. It's going to be kind of the opposite of today, where we'll start with some sun, but we'll end with clouds tomorrow. Will it rain before the daylight hours are through? Small chance. 20-30% chance of a shower before the afternoon is through. I think the higher risk of wet weather is certainly after sunset tomorrow evening. Showers and storms will cross the area at times tomorrow night into the wee hours of Wednesday morning. Wednesday's forecast a bit tricky. I think our cold front will roll through by lunchtime. Our in-house model here wants to bring in one more round of showers and storms in the afternoon. Not buying that at this point. It's something I'll keep an eye on as far as the trends go, but I kind of suspect the afternoon is dry on Wednesday, and it should turn into a very nice evening once again. After a muggy day, we'll see those dew points dropping again by Wednesday afternoon. And then Thursday should be drop-dead gorgeous. Sunshine, maybe some patchy river fog to start the day on Thursday. Then the afternoon just bright and sunny, upper 70s with pretty low humidity as well. Here's a look at the temperatures for the next 7 days, and here comes the warmth. This is the kind of warmth we really haven't seen since the Memorial Day holiday weekend. By Father's Day, 88, and I've got a 91 in the forecast for 1 week from today on Monday. So we just had a bust of a weekend as far as pool going goes, and a lot of outdoor activities. The weather wasn't great. The upcoming weekend will be a lot different. I think it's largely dry, and I think it's going to be a great weekend to find some water. Temperatures will be as much as 13 or 14 above average by late in the weekend and early next week. So a seasonable week overall, just a couple of degrees above average a lot of days. Then a spike of warmth. We'll see temperatures, I think, retreating back closer to average during the second half of next week. But the medium range here, the outlook has changed a lot over the last few days. When I was looking at this late last week, it kind of looked like we'd get into a somewhat cooler pattern for Father's Day. Well, as it turns out, models were not doing a great job kind of with initial conditions over the Pacific Ocean. Once they clued into what was going on upstream in the Pacific, they really changed their tune on what the future would hold, and now it looks like a pretty hot Father's Day weekend. All right, that's it for tonight's Weather for Weather Geeks. I'll see you back here tomorrow night. Have a great Monday night, everyone.